All right, hustlers. So this is my day off from my regular job. So you see this pile, this big pile. I don't know what would happen if I turn it like that. You could see it a little bit better. But that pile I got to get rid of. So what I did was I'm going to incorporate it into some other work. That's the way I do it. It's not a big day as far as what needs to go out. So for example, that's the UPS right there. It's not that much. You'll see that's where I keep, right now, that's where I'm kind of keeping my supplies. You need a lot. And this is all I got going out. Regular mail. Again, I'll kind of move that a little bit so that you can see what that looks like. It's not that much today, but see that minivan right there, empty? We're gonna load it and watch what happens. All right, remember that pile that was sitting right there? It's gone. You know where it went? There. So yeah, got it all loaded up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it to the recycle place. And in the process, I gotta go pick up inventory from a vendor, and I still do retail arbitrage. So I gotta stop at a couple stores, a Walmart, and then we got, in my area, which is considered South Central Pennsylvania, we have a grocery chain called Giant. And yeah, so you notice I'm keeping my ugly mug out of the picture. I am sweating. It's in the 90s. It's hot. It's humid. It's been, yesterday it stormed like crazy. So you got all the humidity. You got to love it. I'm 55. I'll be 56 in a few months. You figure it's like the middle of July. My birthday is in the end of October. And that brings me to this point. I'm not going to belabor it. I'm just going to say, guys, they call me La Machine, and you know why. I love the work. I embrace the work. But there's something that's coming to the forefront of my consciousness, to the front of my thoughts. Then that is, yo, I'm getting older. The body is eventually going to break down. We don't talk about it. We just sort of let it happen. No, we're going to talk about it, hustlers, and I'm going to face it, because if I don't face it, I cannot plan for it. Now, it's going to happen whether I plan for it or not. The only difference is, how am I going to fare when I start to lose my mobility, when the body starts to break down. Father Time is undefeated, guys, whether I want to believe it or not. But I choose to believe it, because when you get to be my age, you really come to grips with it. You accept it, and it's not the end of the world. And that's great, because at that point you can start planning. And that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about on the way to the recycle. So stick with me, and we'll pick it up. This is important, guys. All right, hustlers. So we all packed up. We're headed to the recycle place. Some of you guys have seen me go there. I've taken you there before. Whew, it is hot out here, 97 degrees and muggy. But what I wanted to talk to you about that is so important is the fact that, you know, here's the deal, guys. I'm just going to break it down. I'm just going to keep it 100. I've been making these videos about selling on Amazon since 2017, and you know, look at my channel. Not that many people rock with me, so thank you for continuing to rock with me. It's not that many. But what that has shown is that no matter what, I'm still going to create the videos. I do it for you. I don't know why. I think the only thing I could come up with is literally it's my purpose. It's my calling. I've been successful. I've been unsuccessful, and I just want to share all of that for your benefit. I'm going to continue to do that, but guys, my thought process is always on getting to the bag. And like I said, I'm getting older. I can't I can't run away from that, but I can plan for it. And so if we're talking about the fact that I'm aging, that if you live long enough, you're going to age, and that's going to limit the things that you can do physically, okay, then at some point, all these things we're studying on YouTube, all these different ways to make money that require you to do things, physical labor, you know, we're not going to be able to do. We're not going to be able to take advantage of that. So we got to plan for that. We have to start learning other ways to make money now so that we have a smooth transition. And whether that transition is transitioning into retirement, I don't look at life in terms of reaching an end point where I retire. I'm always going to find a way to be productive, to add to society, to grow, and to always be on a quest. I'll never be there. It's just not in my nature. There is no end goal. I work until I die. But the way that I work, the day will most likely come. And I can feel it, guys. You get to be my age, every day you're in pain and you're learning something else is going out on you. But that's okay. That's life. Right? Life on this plane, on earth for us, has a beginning and it has an end. That's okay. But investing, that is something you have never heard me speak on, because I'm not an investor. What a shame, because at my age, I'm a little late in the game. I don't have 30 years. You hear these people talking about, oh, if you allocate this and set that, forget it, and check back in 30 years. Ain't no checking back in 30 years. I'm gonna be gone. And you want it to really get good? I'm gonna make it really good. I'm gonna set this stuff, forget it, check back in 30 years, assuming I still live. I'm almost 56. So I'll be back at the age of 86, and now I got, I don't know, $2 million. What I'm gonna do with it at 86? Give it to somebody else? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but I want to live life. So here's what's tripped out. I've come across a type of investing. Now everybody knows, well, not everybody, but when we talk about investing, we can talk about mutual funds. We can talk about, I'm still learning, so a lot of this isn't coming to me right away, but you can talk about index funds, or you can talk about ETFs. I'd like to start talking about that. So guys, leave me a comment. Let me know if you're interested. If you don't know about investing and you want to follow me on my journey as I learn to invest, it's going to be no different than what I do as far as Amazon. I'm just going to share my screens with you inside my account, show you what I'm doing, show you what works, show you what didn't work for me. If that's something you're interested in, you guys know me. You already know before I say it. I would love to help you with that. Just show you what I'm doing. And some of you guys, probably a lot of you know more than me, so I would welcome your comments, your suggestions, your experience, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your help. I would love that. Maybe it's time to pivot a little bit. How much can I talk about selling on Amazon? Well, I can talk about it as long as I do it, but it might be time for the working class hustlers to pivot. I mean, here's the thing. I'm always going to have a business. I'm always going to have a job for as long as, I can do it. I might have I'm going to estimate another 5 years to work. You guys know I'm a truck driver by trade. So I'll probably keep working. So I have my job, I have my business. But I got to be honest, as much as I would love to, and I'm going to continue, probably when you talk about multiple streams of income, I'm going to get into other businesses. But I'm not starting, first of all, I'm not starting them from the ground up. I'm done with that. My next business, it's going to be an existing business, and I'm just going to buy it. That way I already know it's successful. It has a track record. It's proven. I jump right into it, and it already is, cash flowing. Now you got to pay for that. All right. You want to bootstrap? Well, that's different. I'm done bootstrapping. Excuse me. But I came across a type of ETF. I know I'm not saying it right, but it has to do with, it's basically like when you do stock options, you got your puts and your calls and all that. Imagine getting into a fund that does that for you. So they make their money not by buying stock, holding stock, and hoping that the stock appreciates. These funds buy stock and make money off of the volatility, the ups and downs, the same way a stock options trader would do it. And yeah, I'll be talking about it with you guys if you're interested. But yeah, just let me know what you think about that. We got to think about it, guys. I'll see you at the hang with me. I'll see you at the recycle place. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap. I never did get to film while I was headed over to to the recycle place, and I think you guys get the gist of it. I'll give it to you one more time, just in case. Listen, I love work. I embrace the work. It's wonderful to work, but guess what? I'm getting old. You're getting old. If you live long enough, Father Time is undefeated. And the thing of it is this. You got a choice. You can ignore it. That's okay. And you can keep working hard. That's great. And then the day comes to where you either retire and it may be enough money. It may not be enough money. Or you get to a point where your body breaks down and you just physically cannot do the work anymore. And then at that point, you retire at whatever standard you can actually afford at that time. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying, hey, I want more. I want more than they could ever give me through some sort of retirement, pension, whatever. I want more. And I want to continue being able to make money, but I'm not going to be able to physically do it, is all I'm saying. I'm just sort of walking through my operation so you guys can see what that looks like. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. You guys may have noticed a poll that I put on the channel about whether or not you would be interested in me talking about my investment journey. The last time I looked, it was like 50% said yes, 50% said no. And it was only 4 people that even took the poll. So I don't know. I'm going to assume at this point, I'll look again, but I'm going to assume most people don't want to hear about it. So I'm actually just going to start another channel. But, and that's okay. You know what I mean? It is, you don't owe me to want to learn about investing. That's up to you. I'm going to do this the way I always do it, with transparency, with truth in whatever I'm doing, and without trying to sell you anything. That's all I can do, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you in the next video.